Welcome everybody to another edition of Taurus Cryptocurrency News. I'm your host, Joe Nobody. Let's get right into it, guys. We got a lot of exciting news articles today. A lot of stuff happening. The market is starting to look like it's coming back around. Bitcoin did start to hit into the $40,000 mark yesterday, and I know everyone's happy about that. And that's kind of that ceiling that everyone's been looking at to see if they're going to get back into it and start making some more purchases. I know that my ceiling I'm waiting for was about 42,000, but you know what? I got FOMO. I jumped in a little bit at 40 grand, and I'm going to see what it does here because I think Bitcoin. I think there's some big things coming out for Bitcoin over the course of the summer, and especially in the fall in November with the new Taproot project that's basically bringing smart contract technology to Bitcoin, and that was voted on by the community, and everything looks good there. So I think November is going to be a big month for Bitcoin. So I'm going a little bit, I'm crawling out of my bear cave here. Okay, guys, I'm crawling out of the bear cave here. I'm putting on the horns. I'm getting a little bit more bullish on Bitcoin. And I think, I think everybody should be looking at potentially taking more of a bullish stance on Bitcoin right now after our big market drop that we had in May. Just going to go through some of the top movers and shakers here on CoinMarketCap. Bitcoin is down so far today 1.92%, but it's up 27% over the 7-day average here. Ethereum up 8.9.4% over the 7-day, only down 0.65%. Binance Coin, we're sitting at a gain of 13% on the week, and so far for the day, it's down a measly 1.94%. My personal favorite, ADA, I'm with Chuck, Cardano. We're at $1.55. We're down 1.18% for the day, but up 9.57% for the week. And everybody's favorite little doggy that could, it is down for the 24-hour percentage at 2.55%, but up 8.61% for the week. Now getting into it here, we got a couple of cool news articles that I want to go through with you. I don't know if you guys noticed. I hope the audio quality has improved because we got a new microphone here. So hopefully I'm coming in kind of jazzy on you. You can feel me right in your buds. So hopefully, our audio's improved. We're like George Jefferson here, all right? We're moving on up. This little podcast that could, we appreciate if you're listening. I'll put it that way. So let's get into it, guys. Here we go. Starting off on the Daily Hodl. Ethereum could see abrupt rise in volatility according to Altcoin Daily. Here is when. Now, guys, this is something that I talked about, I believe, yesterday and maybe even the day before that. And it is a date that you want to mark in your calendars, and that is June 20th of this month. All right, it is June 15th right now, 2021 at 11:21 a.m. But one thing that I've mentioned is this date that we want to pay attention to. Now, I don't know what it's going to mean exactly. All I know is you want to watch it, all right? And the key date is June 25th because that's when future contracts are going to be ending on longs and shorts. So getting into it here, crypto analyst and host of Altcoin Daily, Aaron Arnold, is predicting that the volatility of the second largest crypto by market cap will surge before this month ends. In a new video, the closely followed trader tells his 841,000 subscribers, good for you, buddy. I'm happy for you. I'm a subscriber. That the expiration of Ethereum options towards the end of June could significantly increase the crypto assets volatility due to the year-to-date record amount that will be settled. So not only do you have the quarterly contracts expiring, but you also have the monthly too. And I think if you've been following the trends a little bit, you can understand that towards the end of the month, usually the last Friday of the month, these contracts expire, and you do see a little bit of a dip there. which usually recovers through the weekend. Okay, you see the dip on Friday. Usually Saturdays and early Sundays suck. And then Sunday night, going into Monday, you start to see that rise again. So this is coming from Aaron, and I quote, "Options expire every month. This is in itself is not new. The reason it's news, though, is because on June 25th, Ether will face the largest options expiration in 2021 as $1.5 billion worth of open interest will be settled. This figure is 30% larger than last month's expiration, which took place as Ether's price plunged 17% in 5 days and made a local bottom." All right, so it did have a pretty good drop there, 17%. You know, in the crypto market, is that big of a deal anymore, 17%? I don't think so, because that 17% drop, you usually recover by the end of the week. So if you hold Ethereum, expect volatility towards the end of the month. The YouTuber adds that the expiration of Ethereum options could move the price in either direction. Again, I've said this before, there's a lot of, a lot of thought going into these predictions. And everybody's conclusion is it's either going to go up or it's going to go down. That is the groundbreaking information that we bring you here on Taurus Cryptocurrency News, that you're either going to gain money or you lose money. But the hope is that you gain money. And if we can give you a little tasty nugget that you can consume, absorb, digest, and pass to help you make an informed decision on investing in crypto and what the market's doing, then that is what we are here for. Again, we are not financial advisors. This is for entertainment purposes only. And we just want to bring you the news, guys. There's a ton of news out there. It's a lot to comb through. There's a lot of technical stuff that only the nerdiest of nerds understand when it comes to this coding and smart contracts and blockchain and everything like that. This is for your average Joe, okay? You're Joe the plumber, not the official Joe the plumber through the Obama years, but you're a plumber named Joe, okay? And you're working hard, and you're tired of the rat race, and you want to gain a little bit of money, and you don't know where to invest it, and you're like, the stock market is just it's an old man's game for you, and you want to get involved in something that's new, that's upcoming, that's as fresh as the bread at Panera, and you want to get involved in cryptocurrency, and that's why we are here. So I did say it a couple days ago. I'm not tooting my own horn, but toot, even before this came out, but the contracts are expiring. I'm going to start paying attention on the 20th, all right? I'm going to start watching the trends and see what it does, and I potentially might be pulling some Ethereum out, depending on what the market's doing. I might be pulling my Ethereum out and then kind of riding it out to see what it does by the 25th. And if it does dip, then I am going to jump right back in, because I think you are going to see a parabolic shift of Ethereum after the 25th going into the beginning of July. Not financial advice, guys, just my opinion here, okay? But that's my opinion. Is I think that might be a good move for me. And I typically don't recommend trading. I recommend investing. But I think this is something that is worth looking into, worth doing your own research on. So that's all I got to say about that. All right, moving on to the next one. Let me get this ad out of the way here. You try to go onto your article and you got some stupid ad. All right, Bitcoin soars above $40,000 after Tudor Jones endorsement and Elon Musk's about face on accepting crypto. We already talked about the Elon Musk tweet a couple days ago that he's potentially, going to start accepting Bitcoin again if they can, make it greener, which I don't think it's not green, but I'm not going to get into that right now. But Bitcoin's price hopped over $40,000, and this is coming off of the CNBC website. It hopped over $40,000 on Monday following bullish comments by billionaire hedge fund manager Paul Tudor Jones. And I quote, and maybe this is his voice, is like, "I like Bitcoin as a portfolio diversifier. Everybody asks me what I should do with my Bitcoin. The only thing I know for certain, I want 5% in gold, I want 5% in Bitcoin, 5% in cash, and 5% in commodities," Tudor Jones said on CNBC's Squawk Box on Monday. The cryptocurrency began its latest surge on Sunday after Tesla CEO Elon Musk said the electric vehicle maker could accept Bitcoin transactions again in the future. So what does that mean for you guys? It means for you the same thing we've been talking about on this podcast for the last couple weeks here. Institutional investors are getting involved. Okay, they're seeing that there's a lot of money to be made here. And when those greedy goblins see that there's money to be made, there's probably money to be made for you too. Okay, because let's be honest, you're not going to get these hedge fund managers adding this to their fund portfolios if they don't think it's going to make money. Because they're greedy little goblins, and what do they want? They want money. And what do we all want? I mean, we want a little bit of money, but we want happiness, okay? And I don't think money buys happiness, but I do think it can buy you a little bit of freedom and maybe getting yourself out of the rat race, the 9 to 5, at a younger age, okay? So I believe, I think it was Warren Buffett, and I'm probably botching this quote completely, but I think it was Warren Buffett that said, if you can't find a way to make money while you're sleeping, then you will work until you die. And I think there's a lot of truth to that, okay? There's a lot of hardworking people out there that are just getting by on paycheck to paycheck. And if you can find a way to cut out a little bit of the fat and then just invest a little bit of money, you're going to have a better financial future. All right. I wish I would have got into investing younger. So if you're listening to this and you're like 18 years old and you still have your communion money or your money from your bar mitzvah, good for you. All right. But take it out of that savings account that you're only earning 0.1% interest on at best, and do a little bit of market research and look at a good investment for your money. And now I'm not saying it's going to be crypto. Crypto is a bet. It's volatile. It could go away. But comb through all the information out there and make an informed decision on everything that you can do with your money. All right, moving on to the next one. Crypto asset manager Bitwise raises $70 million from Kravis, Drunkenmiller, Bridgewater CEO McCormick, and more. Drunkenmiller, that sounds like it could be a good light beer. Hey, buddy, you've had a hard day. Why don't you hand me one of them Drunkenmillers? Let's have a good time here. Forget the Zima. Let's get ourselves a Drunkenmiller. Anyway, guys, this is just a little quick one here. The cryptocurrency index fund manager raised $70 billion in Series B funding. Bitwise reached profitability earlier this year, but CEO Hunter Horsley said the company wanted to get some of the best minds, investors, and backers across Wall Street involved. Bitwise serves long-term investors by creating crypto investment products that work with existing infrastructure and workflows. And what does that mean to you? It means more institutional investing into Bitcoin. All right. They're a cryptocurrency index fund manager. They raised $70 million from a handful of institutional investors and almost 30 individuals from Wall Street and Silicon Valley. So, guys, as we said before, institutional adoption is the key, I think, to slowing down this market volatility. But it is a double-edged sword, okay? Because, once you start getting some more of these institutional investors involved, you have whales. And what do whales do? They manipulate the market. And what does that do? It screws the little guy like me and you, okay? So that's why you want to get yourself involved with cryptocurrencies that have a staying power, that have technology back behind them, that have good use case, and you're probably not going to lose your money in the long term on those projects. Now, you could lose a little bit over the short term, with market fluctuations or certain, articles that come out that, make people fear and all the doom and gloom, which I think we went through a lot over the course of the last month. But it sounds like, everyone's starting to get a little bit happier with cryptocurrency. We're starting to see some more positivity out there, and I think that's a good thing. So anyway, we're about to wrap it up here. That's all I have for the daily news for today. If you stay tuned, later we have a very special interview with a special guest of mine that I like to call by the name of Bobby Cheeto Fingers. He's going to be in the studio with us today, and we're going to talk to him about his amateur investing and get his strategies on investing his cryptocurrency. So we're coming up on the 15-minute mark, guys. Thanks for tuning in. And as always, be nice to each other. Invest responsibly and wisely. Do your research and have a wonderful day.